Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm carrying on with my series of Color the Rainforest, this picture, and the green leaves up at the top. I was really not happy with how they looked. I tried various things and they just look a fat mess to me. So I decided to try something, and that is going over the top of them with some acrylic gesso. It's acrylic white gesso. This particular brand is South African specific. It's made by Dala and it comes out very smooth, but I imagine any acrylic gesso would work. I did thin it out slightly with a couple of drops of water from my pipette. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do or not. I'm experimenting. Trouble with it being a wet medium and the product, the colouring underneath also being a wet medium, is it does lift a little bit. So as I try to make it a bit thicker so the undercolour kind of lifts. So in the end I needed to leave it to dry and then go over it again to just try and white it out. You can see it just keeps peeping through, saying, notice me, don't keep blotting me out. So now I continue with some of my Ecoline markers, which I would highly recommend if you're looking to buy some brush markers. These Ecoline ones are lovely, and Blex actually sells them as open stock. That particular color that I'm using there is a deep saffron yellow, and then I did all of those little bits with the deep saffron yellow, and then I used a darker color called vermilion, which I went over and used later on, and then I blended them in much the same manner that I did the pink leaves. Unfortunately, my phone that I was recording this video on got full and stopped recording, and I hadn't realized it had stopped recording. So part of the video didn't record, so then we landed up with the background. And I'm doing the background with Faber-Castell gelatos, which are a little bit, if you don't know them, they look like lipstick, and they come in these tubes that you can twist out, and you can either rub them, or you can try wetting your finger with baby wipe, or you can apply them kind of in a scribbly manner and then use a paintbrush or a water brush. I prefer using a real brush like this dampened with water, because I find I have more control over the amount of water that's coming through, and so it doesn't land up as too wet at the end of the day. I'm going to put on some music while I carry on doing this background and let you just relax a little bit. I hope that you enjoy this. You'll notice that my two green leaves at the top did actually turn out okay at the very end. I went over them a second time with the acrylic gesso, and then I painted over them again with the water brush pens, and I used a Fibralo marker to mark the little veins. I've been scribbling in this palette with the Faber-Castell gelatos and just wetting that and colouring over the paper. Another thing that is nice with having prepared the paper with a watercolor ground is that you can use a baby wipe to wipe the odd little mess up. It works quite well. Now I've finished this picture and I actually don't like it at all, so I'm going to try and resurrect it a bit by using some white gouache dots. I can also use white gel pen. I'm not sure if this gouache is going to be strong enough. Let me go here. So first we're using just the tip of my paintbrush. I get so tired of gel pens not working that I've decided to try the paintbrush for a change. I suppose what I could do is just do a splatter, but then I'm scared that's going to make it even worse. I want to try just the little white dots on the dark out background. As usual, in my mind, the background has ruined it. I find backgrounds so difficult. But I usually do find that a couple of little white dots sort of help. So we're seeing this is easier than a gel pen with the underlying fear of making a mess. But at least one doesn't have the gel pen not working. A little bit more on the brush. And there we go, and then I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so there's the finished picture. I do think that the white dots have helped it a little bit. I still don't think it's the best thing I've ever done, but I'll zoom in a little bit for you and you can see what you think. There we are. One more zoom. And that's it. I'm sorry you're jiggling now. Try and keep that still. Slide that. Thank you very, very much for watching. And if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.